You're at a gathering, surrounded by people and noise, and your battery is at zero. It's an intense mental exhaustion that hits you when you're forced to maintain surface-level interactions for too long. Many people see your hesitation to jump into a task and label it laziness. They see the pause before you start and assume you're just unmotivated. Then there is the accusation of overthinking. Because you relentlessly question how a process works or why a rule exists, others find your curiosity repetitive or unnecessary. When you look at these behaviors together, the social fatigue, the tactical hesitation, and the deep questioning, a pattern emerges. These traits suggest your internal system navigates the world through a specific lens. This pattern is often called the rare mind. It functions as a highly calibrated operating system that prioritizes depth and efficiency over raw speed. The rare brain processes reality through a distinct three-stage mechanical workflow. Every experience moves through this sequence: input, processing, and output. If you recognize these signs, your brain forces external data through a stricter, energy-intensive version of this pipeline. Understanding these signs reveals your specific method for interacting with reality, which begins with how your brain decides what information is actually worth its time. We begin right at the input stage. While a typical brain might thrive on the ambient energy of a large crowd, a rare mind often views mass social input as a tax on its resources. This explains sign 1, the requirement for solitude. Silence acts as the specific environmental trigger that boots up your brain's highest cognitive functions. Solitude is where your absolute best ideas are generated. Sign 4 involves a sharp intuition for reading people. You have an automatic system for detecting disingenuous behavior, which lets you filter out fake interactions before they drain your energy. Sign 5 is the rejection of mainstream trends. Your brain requires the pursuit of deep personal curiosity to stay engaged, rather than simply following what is currently popular. These three traits, solitude, intuition, and unique interests, create a restrictive input filter. This mechanism blocks low-value noise and ensures only high-quality data reaches your core. Your brain uses this filtration to preserve its energy for the next phase, which is far more demanding. Once the data is filtered, it enters the processing phase. This is where your brain subjects every piece of information to intense internal analysis. Sign 2 is the neurological compulsion for deep thinking. Your brain refuses to stop at a surface-level what. It is built to automatically calculate the why and the how behind every situation. Because your brain is busy calculating multiple layers of context at once, observers who only see the surface often misinterpret this process as overthinking. This leads to sign 3, the need to mentally validate a task before starting it. Your brain seeks a logical justification for the effort required before you commit to the work. This period of deliberate evaluation is what others frequently mistake for laziness. They only see a lack of physical movement, when in reality, your brain is running at full capacity. That external delay is actually the sound of intense internal computation. It ensures you only spend your energy on tasks that have been fully optimized. Finally, we arrive at the output phase. This is the final step of the workflow, and it provides a massive strategic advantage. Sign 6 is the unique ability to separate yourself emotionally from a chaotic situation to maintain objective control. Most people have a neurological instinct to instantly react to friction or stress. A rare mind uses a different strategy. It observes first. By observing before reacting, you delay the emotional response. This gives your brain the time it needs to formulate a calculated action rather than a panicked one. This absolute emotional control represents the final, measured output of your entire workflow, the hallmark of psychological strength. If you identify with 3 or more of these signs, you likely possess this rare cognitive architecture. The friction you feel with society stems from running an advanced system in an environment designed for simpler workflows. Trying to force a deep processing mind to act on a surface-level frequency creates a massive internal strain that leads to burnout. Lean into your natural psychological framework. Use your need for solitude and selective processing as active strategic tools in your daily life. Take an inventory of your own internal workflow. Head to the comments and let me know how many of these 6 signs you recognize in yourself.